How in the world are you going to talk to someone about the most expensive asset in their life and get them to do anything if inside you're not okay? And life can feel awful heavy sometimes. Start telling yourself, instead of all of the negative things that you tell yourself, because it's a tape recorder that you can't turn off. I get it. Runs and runs and runs and runs and runs. You have to verbally interrupt the bullshit thought and tell yourself, look, that's not me. That's them. This is me, and I'm okay. So this right here is something that I wanted to bring up, and Aluse brought it up because I was going to forget. But here's my rule number one. Oops.
Health as well.
Am I okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm asking, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, really?
Nope.
Okay. You're not okay? Yeah. You guys find it, you guys feel like too that it's hard to do things when you're just not okay.
Oh.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter, time management books, courses, all of this, none of that shit means anything if you're not okay. I know that's pretty deep psychological mumbo jumbo, but that's what I have experienced. It doesn't matter what I put on the schedule or what I attempt to accomplish. If I'm not okay, it will fail. Because I'm doing it from a position of not okay. That's tough. You have to learn how to be okay. And let me tell you how I do it. Some of you guys are like, yeah, but you don't know what I'm living through right now. Dude, I know I don't. And I wouldn't understand even if you told me, because it's something you're in, you know. I wouldn't fully get it. But I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, and I'm also an entrepreneur, and I'm also a business person. I'm also a salesperson. I get on the phone, I talk to people, I try to close deals, all of that stuff. And I have found out that if I'm not okay, none of that works. None of it. So here's how I start being okay with things, even though my life is chaos at the moment. Okay. It's not at the moment for me, but it has been. Okay. And in those moments, I have learned to tell myself this verbally out loud. Justin, you're okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm really okay. That's not me. I'm okay. All right. I don't know if that helps anybody, but you should start doing that if you're feeling that weight, and life can feel awful heavy sometimes. Start telling yourself, instead of all of the negative things that you tell yourself, because it's a tape recorder that you can't turn off. I get it. Runs and runs and runs and runs and runs. You have to verbally interrupt the bullshit thought and tell yourself, look, that's not me. That's them. This is me, and I'm okay. All right. If you don't do that, then none of what we're talking about right now is going to do you any good at all. You have to operate from a position of I'm okay. How in the world are you going to talk to someone about the most expensive asset in their life and get them to do anything if inside you're not okay? It's tough, real tough. So sometimes the best thing you can do is take a whole day, go get a big damn nap, go eat a nice meal somewhere, go smoke a nice J or something, and just be okay. Then reapproach. Okay. I don't know who this is for, but I get off on these bunny trails, maybe no one. However, let's go back to sharing screens. Okay, enough about that. Sharing screens here. Let's go
That's
back.
great, though, dude. Just thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
That's awesome.
Solid.
Okay, thank you, dude. Here's a lot of stuff we could put on our list. Unfortunately, life interjects things like scheduling dentist appointments and taking the wife on a date and doing all kinds of other stuff, taking the dog to the vet, picking up the kids, taking them to soccer. Okay. All that stuff has to happen too. I get it. All that has to happen. I know. Me too. And all this other stuff that leads to checks too. All of it has to happen. So how do I make it work? Okay. How do I make it work? Let me show you how. And I want you to copy me if you want to copy me. But you don't have to copy me. You can build your own, but it's important that you have something where you can write things down. If you don't have that tool, Evernote, okay, there's a training that Nick just did on Evernote. It's mind-blowing how great it is. It's an app on your phone and on the computer. Here's Trello. Here's an example board. This is exactly like my real board, except my real board's messier. Okay. This one here makes more sense to look at. All right. And you can see this is an app on my phone. I've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All right. Now mine is going to look different than yours. It's going to be a different color and different orders, and you're going to have different cards that move around. Okay. I can move this card to Monday if I don't like it on Sunday. I can put it over here if I want to store it. I can open this up and I can add more details. I can attach members to it so my team can look at it. I can add a checklist. I can add whatever I want. It's just as customizable as I would ever need anything to be, really. Okay. I could add a button. It looks like, I don't know if I want to go somewhere from here, maybe to a file. I don't know. It does more than I even know. And I've been using it for years. Okay. So I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I have some deal slots. Okay. Have some deal slots. This keeps everything on one page for me, and it keeps my team on one page for me. Okay. So I recommend this even if you want to develop into a team. Now, the first list here, acquisitions team data, this is just like a storage room. Okay. It's got all kinds of different little passwords and stuff we need for this and that and the other thing, and little notes and reminders. It's got our pay schedule here somewhere. Hold on. There you go. If you're curious about what I pay my team, there it is right there. That's pretty much it. I changed it here a while back a little bit, but I think it's about right. There you go. Acquisitions team. It's a tiered system for me. And then the dispositions team is 30% flat rate. Okay. So I'm keeping about 40%, before expenses and so on and so forth, if you're curious. Okay. I know that's probably, you could do better. Okay. You could probably do better. I get it. Okay. I could probably do better now too. But I'm into the woods pretty deep with these guys. All right. So anyway, Sunday, we order 2,500 scrapes every week, usually for sale by owners. 1 week out of the month, we do Craigslist for rents. Okay. We'll move around a lot to do this. Monday, we have 8 a.m. Central Time, a team meeting. Okay. set up text blast of 2,500. Okay, that I'm starting to address now all of these things that were on my list, which here's really how I do it. I brainstorm here. So I'll put, get the dog a bone, pick up the kids, pick up some milk, pick up milk. I'll put in, that's mile, not milk. Let me correct that. See, this is how easy it is to fix stuff. Not hard at all. Okay, then I'll put in here, I got to get leads, scraping, ready to go. Oh, I need to write a few text messages. What else do I need to do? On and on and on, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So all that brainstorming, it's usually right here on this Trello board for me. Okay. So once I have that in place, I'll go through here and I'll assign it to a day. So here's Tuesday, I'll grab some milk and then I'll write a few text messages. Actually, I need to do that today. I'm going to get the dog a bone Monday evening, and I'm going to get some lead scraping done again. No, I'm going to do that today. I keep forgetting. I'm going to do that. Okay, yeah. So now I'm organized for my week, and everything is in a spot. Okay, me, my business, whatever I need to do, it is now in a spot on my calendar. So now I can totally forget about everything. And that's exactly what I do. I totally forget about everything then. Once I set it on my Trello here, it's on my Trello. I do this every Sunday. I'll brainstorm like that. I'll throw things on Trello. I'll then organize them. I'll put them on a day. I'll pick a day that it needs to happen. And then guess what I do? I forget all about everything. I can. Why? Because tomorrow morning, on Monday morning, I'm going to wake up just like I did today. And the first thing I do is check my Trello board to see what's on my schedule of stuff to do today. Okay. Now I have a couple rules when I'm brainstorming and allotting these tasks to certain days. And that is, I will never allow myself to have a day where I have more than 6 things to accomplish. That's just my rule. Okay. You might be super talented and you can do 10 a day. I can't be happy if I have more than 6 things to do in a day. I promise you that. I will be miserable. I will be grumpy. I will be angry sometimes. I'll even try to kick the cat. I got too much shit on my plate. Get out of my way. You know what I mean?
And Justin, when you say 6 things, it has to do with business, not everything, right? Just real estate business.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great point. It's a great point. Let's go there and look, and let's dive a little deeper into that. Okay. Well, let's look here at Sunday. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 things. Let's throw a couple other things on here like I hadn't dispersed them. Well, I got too many things on Sunday, so I'm going to pick a couple things that I could put off to Tuesday and Monday here. I'm going to move them around so I can limit my activities to 6. Okay. Sometimes it's only 3 things for real estate, and it's 3 things for getting milk and getting the milk and the bread because it's going to snowstorm tonight. You know what I mean? Like it could be something like that, or it could be mow the grass because I really need to mow the grass. Well, it's got to be done. You're right. I'll put it on that calendar right there, and it will happen today along with the business stuff. Okay. Because it's important too. All right. But the last thing I do before I call it a day on my Sunday planning session here is, okay, I make sure 2 things. I'm going to write it down so everybody can read it too, because these are really big ideas that you need to embrace here besides the rule of am I okay? Okay. I should write a book called Am I Okay? Because I really, really learned that shit the hard way, y'all. All right. I need to do 2 rules. 1, well, are you okay? Am I okay? Okay. 2, okay. Another thing about are you okay? Am I okay? It's hard to be successful on the phone with sellers when you're arguing with your partner. I'm just telling you, man, if your house is a fucking mess, your business is a fucking mess.
I was
Okay.
going to say something about that, Justin.
Yeah. And sometimes we're with the wrong people, and sometimes we're with the right people, and we're doing it the wrong way. Okay. I can't tell you who to love and who not to love, but I can tell you this. They will make or break your ass every time. Every time. Without exception. So are you okay? Am I okay? Are the things on my Trello board leading to checks daily? Okay, not daily checks, but are the things I'm doing every day, is there shit on there today that pushes the business forward? Okay. Is the task too general? That's the second rule. The third rule. First rule, are you okay? Am I okay? Second rule, are the things on my Trello board leading to date? Are they leading me in the right direction here? The third one is the task too general? And what do I mean by that? Somebody tell me, what do I mean by, is the task on my Trello board too general?
You need to do specific task targeted goals.
Oh
Very
my gosh.
specific.
Yes. For example, look at Sunday. Build and order 2,500 scrapes. Confirm markets in Zillow or Craigslist with Justin. Okay. That's a team instruction. So that's why it's written that way. Write a few text messages. You will never find me with a Trello board that looks like this. Never. Okay. Write a few text messages. You know why? Because let me see if I can find it in a, let me see if I can find this real quick. I don't know if I can. I'm looking for a card. And when I find it, it's going to really, really stick in your mind. Because let me show it to you here. Okay. Let me show it to you. I'm going to go full screen. I'm getting close to being done here, guys. Don't run off. You see that? What's that say, y'all? What's that say? What's that say? Somebody tell me. What's that say?
It says fuck off.
Ambiguity.
It says fuck ambiguity.
Nick loves that shit. He's dying over there in the car.
Fuck ambiguity. What do I mean when I say fuck ambiguity? In life, in business, on your Trello board, in your conversations, fuck ambiguity. What is ambiguity, everybody? Somebody tell me what ambiguity means. Do I have to look it up? What's the definition? I couldn't tell you.
Wishy-washy.
Yeah, procrastinating.
Ambiguity definition. Let's see here. The quality of being open to more than one interpretation. Inexactness. Yeah. If you're letting your homeowner leads get away with ambiguity, that's why you're not getting any signatures. Because you're just talking in generalities. You're not really driving into specifics with them. Okay. Got to do it, guys. Got to do it. All right. So I say fuck ambiguity. And when it comes to your Trello board here, the same thing applies. Look at this. Write a few text messages. Okay. You'll never see me do this. Here's what you'll see me do. Is that different? Write a few text messages. Okay, now I'm saying write 15 new for sale by owner text messages with a lease option flavor. Now I know what I'm doing that day. Okay, it's just a tip. Don't be offended. I know I'm preaching at everybody, and I'm sorry. My dad rubs off on me, y'all. He's a preacher, and he's one of them. He'll spit and cry. You know what I mean? He'll spit and cry and run around on the pew and everything. That's the kind of church I grew up in. Most churches now put you to sleep.
What you're talking about is such a huge aspect to only just to your business, but to your mental health, because without that, you don't have anything to go off on.
Nah.
You're just shooting in the dark. You know, it's like it's like an athlete who got his ass kicked in the last Super Bowl. You know, if he's not right going back into like doing something for the new year, he's not going to be anywhere near ready for the new season or anything like that. There's a lot what you're saying, dude. Is a lot of truth and importance to what you're saying.
Yeah, I thank you for saying that. So to answer the question after 40 minutes of not answering the question, the task that you need to put on your Trello board or your Evernote or whatever your planner is, okay, they need to be, that's how I set them up, at least. You need to kind of have a plan for how you're going to do this, because it's a new habit, okay? And you need to also be able to forgive yourself for not being as great at it as I am or whatever. Okay, I've been working at this for years, guys, and this is a work in progress for me every day. So there's no right or wrong here. This is just you pushing the business forward with purpose every day. Okay, so on Sunday we order 2,500 scrapes. On Monday we have a meeting, and then we set up a text blast of the 2,500 or whatever the number ended up being. Okay. And we schedule that for Thursday. That's what we do. Okay. If I were not me, if I were you, I would brainstorm all those things that we just brainstormed, and I would scatter them out all across this Trello board. And then I would go through and I would apply the rules. Is this something that leads me to money? And do I really need to do it? Okay. I need to do this in order to stay okay. Okay, then I'll do this because I need to stay okay. And it's going to help me stay in a position of okay if I mow the grass and take the wife out on a date. So I'm going to put that on for Friday. But I need to do that. So that's important. But are the other activities on Friday leading me to a better position in the business here? If they're not, then I need to adjust what my activities are on Friday, or I need to declare Friday a day off and let myself off the hook. Okay. But I'm gonna line them up like this, and then I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna apply the rules. Those rules I just talked about, and then I'm gonna apply the rule. Hey, is this general? Is this too general? Okay, yeah, some of these are. Okay, 4 p.m. follow-up closing calls on Tuesday. By the time Tuesday comes around, we'll have hopefully a few people that we still need to talk to, and we'll talk to them then. Okay, so that's on the calendar for us now. Okay. Wednesday, day off, or we might have to make a couple follow-up calls. I might also do a yellow letter drop. Okay. Are these general? Yeah, these are pretty general. I need to be more specific, don't I? Justin does a yellow letter drop. Where? What list? How many? Okay, I could get more specific here. I need to think through what I'm doing. Okay. And then on Thursday, those texts go out at 3 p.m. and we start pre-qualifying those leads. And 4 to 7 p.m. we start, having some secondary calls. Okay. So we have a pre-qualification call, and then we have a closing call, which is a lot of times not a closing call. It's just a second call with a closer. And we're trying to get there. Okay, that's why on Friday we still have to do a team meeting at 8 a.m. and then we have more pre-qualification calls, hopefully, that we still need to do. And then we have 10 to 3 guts closing calls where we're trying to close deals. Friday deal review, 5 p.m. That's another meeting. Okay, if we need it right there, that's where we'll talk. Sometimes we take that one off because we're busy. Saturday, 4 to 7 p.m. Again, we're back on the phone. But if you noticed, I'm only really on the phone banging it 3 days. 3 days. And I know that's against counterculture here because everybody says you need to call every day, all day long. But man, I'm going to tell you something. I've been doing it for a minute, and that'll burn you out. That'll wear you down. Okay, you gotta allot yourself some time to lay down and have some freedoms too. Okay, give yourself permission to work real hard for short spurts of time. Please hear me when I say that. Give yourself permission to work real hard for short spurts of time. Then give yourself permission to do other things and forget about the business for a while. If you don't do that, you'll not be as effective. I promise you. It won't be as effective or as efficient. Okay? I am better at getting deals Wednesday to Saturday or Thursday to Saturday than most people are all day long, every day. Why is that? Because I'm fresh, I'm excited, I'm focused, and I know I only have to be this way for just a few hours, and then I'm done for the week. And I guess what I get to do? I get to have a cookout on Sunday. I'm making money. I get to plan a trip to Gulf Shores, Alabama. All that stuff's important too. I need time for that. Okay. All right. I hope that's helpful. All right. I can't tell you what 6 things that you need to put on your calendar today, but I can tell you they need to include a few things. It needs to include at least some scraping and some text blasting or some pre-qualification calls, or it needs to include some closing calls or some follow-up calls. Those are things that they need to be included. If they're not included and they don't get done, guess what happens? Nothing. And that's just the way life works. Right? All right, guys. I feel like shit today. Like I just been lecturing everybody and everything. I don't know. That's not me. I'm kind of a happy-go-lucky guy, and I've been pretty damn serious with y'all today. And I love you, though, and I want you to know that. And I'm only sharing this with you because these are things that have really, really caused a metamorphosis in my life. Okay? All right? I live a life of total freedom, dude. All right? It's crazy. But I'm just telling you, it would not work if I didn't submit myself to this right here, this Trello board. If I didn't submit myself to that, I would have none of this. That is my boss. When I quit my job, actually I got laid off or fired or whatever, but y'all want to hear a funny story real quick? My boss from the investment banker company, he still is an alcoholic real bad, and he does a lot of other hard drugs. If you know me, I don't drink hardly ever. Okay. If I do, it's very light. Okay. Now, if you pass me some weed, I'll probably grab it right up out your hand. Okay. Like that. Cause I like that. But see, that's the extent of my debauchery. Okay. That's the extent of my debauchery. Now, his debauchery knows no fucking end. Okay. He's that kind of guy. I haven't seen him. I haven't talked to him in over 2 years. And 2 days ago, I hear somebody laying on the horn in my driveway, fucking burning rubber. And I'm just like, who the fuck is this in my driveway? Burning rubber and laying on the horn. Turns out it was my old boss. Still drunk. And still a fucking loser.
Damn.
Okay? Sad, but true. And he'll tell you himself, I just lack discipline. That's all it is. Yeah, that's a major fucking problem. Yeah. Okay? Don't be that.
You're right.
All right? Right? That's why none of us work for him anymore. All right? So it's not because he's an alcoholic, it's because he has no discipline. All right? And everyone in business that is successful on any level has to have some structure. If you don't give it to yourself, the world will give it to you for you. Okay? I don't work for the man because I work for my list. And I'm more faithful to the list, the Trello board. I'm more faithful to it than I ever was to that guy. And there's a reason why. because I never want to work for his fucking ass ever again. Okay? You got to get that, right? You got to get that. That's the frame of mind right there. Boom. That's the frame of mind you got to embrace. I'm sorry, guys. I keep preaching. Love you, though. Anybody got any comments or questions or anything they want to share about that? Or maybe you want to give me some advice. You know, that'd be okay, too. I'm open.
No, I appreciate that, Justin. I just downloaded it. I'm thinking I'm going to put it to use right now.
Good. Yeah, man. And, you know, here's another thing. Let me just tell you this. And you guys can decide what you want to do and do it your own way. But I don't share my Trello board with my wife. I don't share it with, you know, my best friend. And I don't share it with people that I like in the club. That shit's personal, man. That's private. Now, there ain't nothing on there. If my wife wanted to see it, I'll show it to her. That's fine. But here, this is my sacred space. This is where my brain, the thoughts, the intangible thoughts in my mind become fucking reality right here. This is the magic. That's not something to play around with. A lot of times when you tell people things that you're working on, what happens to it? Okay. You let a little air out of the balloon. And I'm going to tell this other person, I'm so excited. Oh, you got to hear about what I'm working on. A little air goes out of the balloon. And next thing you know, you're flat. Okay. Keep some of this energy for you. Okay. Keep it just for you. You're the entrepreneur. You're the one who needs to be working from a position of I'm okay. Okay. All right. Anything else, guys? I love you. I want to give everybody a hug. I just I love you. I want to hug you all. Just thank you. I just want to kiss your neck. Thank you. You're just so sweet to me.
Hey, Justin, I wanted to say something.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I want to ask you this question because I know you're married. Okay, so like when I very first got off into real estate, well, wholesaling, a couple of years ago, right? I was in not so good of a relationship. And so it was affecting me trying to focus, me trying to learn what I'm doing, et cetera, et cetera. So my question to you is, because I got rid of the relationship. So that was an easy fix for me. Yeah. But when you're married and you're got some toxic things going on at home, how do you deal with that? Because it's not like you can just be like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah. I married the right one eventually. Okay. You know, that's just the thing, man. You know, I dated this one for a long time.
Long time.
Oh yeah. And I pulled the trigger finally when I realized, hey, what am I doing? Why not? It's silly. I've waited so long. Okay. But see, I'm glad I did because I knew what I was getting. I knew that she would leave me the fuck alone while I'm trying to work. Okay. I had a wife that wasn't like that. Okay. And you have to decide, okay, yourself, who you're going to love, who you're going to be with and all that. And if you're married and, you know, God and all this and marriage and sacredness and all this, hey, you might have to tell real estate, hey, it's not for me. Being an entrepreneur is not for me because my wife is more secure and feels better and our marriage is happier when I work down at the Dairy Quick, you know. And I love her so damn much, I will totally just do that for the rest of my life. Okay, if that's not the situation, then maybe, you know, maybe you need to work your deal out with your creator and figure out what your next steps are because this person is not the right one and you fucked up somewhere. Okay. I get that. I've been there too. Okay. It's a tough situation, but I'm just going to say that if your spouse or your partner won't let you do this, it's just fucking impossible. You can't, you know, you can't do anything if they won't let you. You know, so you got to figure out where your priorities are and where your life is. I had this conversation, the same exact conversation with a VIP member a few months ago, and I messed up. Okay. He was telling me about this horrible relationship he's in, and he's been in it for years, and they have kids, and she just won't let him do anything other than work and spend time with them, and he's just drowning in it, and he can't pay the bills, and on and on and on and on and on. And I said, well, fucking leave her. Well, I don't know. I mean, that's what everybody says, but okay, well, then you've heard this advice before, right? So it's up to you. No one can fix this shit for you. It's hard. I bowed my head one day, and I promise you this, I bowed my head one day and I said, dear God, I need to get away, and I don't know how. Help me be strong enough to do what I'm too weak to do. And you know what? It was about 2 weeks later, and she dumped me. I don't know, guys. I've been through some weird shit. I'm just telling you, your life and your relationships and everything have to be from a position of okay, or this stuff is going to stutter and fail and falter. And that's just, and everything else you're going to do will too. Okay. It doesn't matter, other than maybe punch a clock and punch out. So I know that's not encouraging and whatever, but it is encouraging because I want you to go fix your shit. Get right in your mind. Okay. I don't give a shit that the whole world is sick in the head. They're sick in the mind, but that don't mean you have to be, right? You can be very focused and very peaceful. My life is so peaceful, it's almost scary. But it wasn't always like that. I had to tell people to hit the road. You ain't for me. Hit the road. I'm out of this relationship.
Beat feet. Ain't that what you say?
Yeah, beat the feet. Beat the feet on the street. Yeah, get out of here.
I always say kick rocks and count stop signs while you do it.
Yeah. Don't let the doorknob hit you where the good Lord split you. You know? And I've had to tell employees that. I've had to tell friends that. I thought that we were friends. I've had to tell lovers that. I've had to tell my family that. And I mean, like, not my wife and kids, but my extended family. I've had to tell them that a time or two. Okay. That's what being an entrepreneur is like. Okay. Not everyone feels the way you do. Not everyone sees it the way you do, nor will they ever, nor do you need them to. Okay. You just need to be focused on what is the next activity that leads you to your destination. And if she wants to come along with you, great. If she doesn't, then beat your feet. And that's probably not the advice my dad would give you, but that's the advice I would give you. Okay.
That's the real.
Well, anybody else? This is some hard shit, y'all. Like everybody wants to go.
Real.
Everybody got to go ponder their life on the tree of woe after this.
No, Justin, you bring up some really great point, because at the end of the day, only you believe in your dream. You're gonna have a lot of naysayers and stuff like that. They can shit on it.
Yeah.
So you got to keep it secret. Sometimes a lot of it is your family and your close friends. So
yeah, don't let the air out of the balloon. You know. Yeah, you know, my wife right now, I tell you that she's the right one, and it's great, and I love her, and she loves me, and we're peaceful life and everything. It's wonderful. Yeah, but you know what? It ain't been like that forever. It ain't been like that neither forever. I've dated her for a long time. I've been married to her for quite a while now too. And I can tell you that for a long time, she was supportive in word only. In word only. Yeah. Oh, honey, that sounds great, honey. Oh, go for it, baby. I believe in you. She don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Right? Because I've never really sat down and explained it all and how it works and all that, but she's supportive in word. But you know what? After she sees me be focused and happy, and she sees me be successful with it and be happy, and she sees how I share and bless the family and her with the produce of the thing, now she really can believe in it. It's real to her. But until then, if it's just talk right now, you better shut your mouth until you got something to show. And that will save your marriage. Okay. The worst thing you can do is go home and tell your spouse, oh, yeah. And here's the thing that spouses do that I absolutely despise. How was your day today, honey? Did you get any deals? I get any deals? No. How about this? I'll tell you when I get a deal. Okay. But it was a good day, and I worked really hard, and I learned a lot, and I fired a few prospects, but there's this one guy that I'm going to call back.
Damn.
They don't want to hear all that. They don't want to hear all that.
No.
Jeez.
They just want to know, do you have the fucking money?
Mm-hmm.
Are we getting close to the fucking money?
Hey, Justin.
Okay. You can control a lot of that by just not giving them the ammo. You know what I mean? Just don't. I'm not trying to exclude you, but at the same time, what the fuck are we talking about all this for? We don't need to. I'll let you know when the money's coming. And don't tell them the money's coming until you know that you know that you know that you fucking know that it's coming. Okay? Because the last thing you want to do is say, oh, yeah, baby, it's going to be an awesome Christmas. I got $14K coming off this deal, and it's going to close on the 12th. I know today's only the 2nd, but on the 12th, baby, I'm going to give you the Christmas money that's going to make our dreams come true. And then on the 10th, it fucking died. What do you do now? Now you went from being hero to zero.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go from zero to hero, not hero to zero. So don't celebrate with the fam and all that until you got something that they can touch. Just an advice, just advice. Brandon, save me.
No, this is perfect. My very first course I ever signed up on was Sean Terry's Flip to Freedom. It was like $97 a month. I didn't even tell my wife. I just put it on the credit card. Right.
Yeah.
And one of the things I learned too, because like I've been in that trap where hey, we're going to close the deal, and then something falls apart. Hey, this is going to happen, and then expecting money. So now what's interesting is I keep a nice stack of money in her account, usually somewhere between 15 and 20.
Yep.
If it goes below 15, I hear about it.
Yep.
Then I don't hear anything. Yep. I just make sure that the account, because we're all on joint accounts, but her account, I try to make sure it's leveled up so she can go to Costco, she can go to dinner, she can go out, hang out with friends, do whatever she wants, so she kind of doesn't ask, because that pressure, I got to admit, even at this level, the pressure still gets to you.
Yeah.
If you say something and it doesn't come through.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, totally. A few gold nuggets there. Let me point out. He does it this way. I do it this way. We've never talked about this together, he and I, or with anyone. But here's the thing. His wife has an account. He has an account. My wife has an account. I have an account. We have joint accounts. Yeah,
they're all joint.
Yeah.
Like,
so
she can get on mine, I can get on hers.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. Like I keep a little bit of my business stuff, like I don't need her having like signing ability on the business account, and then me not knowing how much money's in there for marketing, and then, hey baby, oh no, I spent the grocery money on getting leads, and then chaos, divorce. Okay. Right. A little bit of separation, altogether separate. Okay. That's the phrase I like. All together, but separate still. Okay. That's smart business. All right. Plus, it'll help you if she decides to leave you. She can't go down to the bank account and get all your money and drive away with it. Because I've had that happen too. Okay. I've had that happen too. Okay. And the banker lady was like, I thought it was weird. The banker teller was like, I thought it was strange, Mr. Chamness. Your wife came in earlier today and she withdrew all of the money. And I thought it was strange. And I almost called you and asked you what was going on, but I didn't. And I was like, oh my God, why didn't you call me? I'm broke now. All right. Now I'm smarter.
Yeah. But also I was going to say, I think like, a lot of our spouses, like we talk a lot, they hear us, we're dreamers, we're all dreamers. Yes. So the action the proof is in the pudding, and taking the action and showing proof. That's the big key. And then also for me, my wife, she's really good with money. She's excellent. She's better than I am. But like if I just have money in the account, she kind of like doesn't bug me about if this deal closed yet or anything like that. So
Absolutely. I find that to be true too. I put my wife on payroll basically. Now she's not working for the business, but she's on payroll. I give her a nice lump sum of money every month. I keep that. I ask her, hey, how's your account doing? You good?
Same exact thing. We do direct deposit every month into her account.
Yep, you good? You didn't need any extra? We're cool. Okay, because I got extra if you need it. Okay, no, we're good. Okay, good. And then my account, man, it stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks. And I'm like, honey, I'm going to write you a check. No, I don't need a check. Baby, I'm going to write you a check. What for, honey? Baby, put it in a savings account. I don't know. Just here, take it. That's a good life, y'all. It's a good life. Okay, you can get there because I wasn't there, and now I am. Okay, you can too, but you can't do it shooting from the hip. You got to have a focused Trello, Evernote plan day to day, or you'll never get where you want to go. And that's how I'm going to sum it up.
Yeah, Justin, I think this has been a really great session full of positive energy.
Thank you.
One of the things that I have always ensured that I do is that I always run my own race. So I don't look to see what anyone else is doing.
Yes.
I don't compete against anyone.
Yes.
I certainly know that I have lots to learn. There's so much. The more I learn, I realize I need more to learn.
Sorry.
I just think that keeping positive is important, and running your own race is vital as well.
I love it. I love it. Beautifully said. Running your own race and staying in your own lane. Good advice for life, right? What do I mean by that? Staying in your lane. Anybody know? I used to know a guy that spent 23 years in federal penitentiary on murder. When he got out, he taught me a great lesson. He always used to say, nah, I'm just going to stay in my lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. What does that mean? That means you mind your own P's and Q's and you leave other people alone. Right? You run your own race. Yeah. I don't give a shit about nobody else. I'm going to stay in my lane here, run my own race. That's right. Good advice, Dr. Michelle. Anybody else before we wrap up?
I want to say thank you. Awesome call.
Thank you.
No more questions.